Alright, we're back with another market recap. This one's from the 17th of November 2025. So today we were looking for shorts. We have market open, this vertical line. It's come down and swept, during the day it's come down, swept these lows and these lows. And then come down, swept the daily low. But there's not an hourly low down there, so we aren't really looking for longs off that. Same happened on the ES. Then you go to 5 minute, market opens here. We get an instant rip off market open. I was thinking we would come out, take these low resistance liquidity, which are these 5 minute highs. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I don't think we'd make our way all the way up to these hourly highs. However, we did make it up there on NASDAQ, which was good to look for shorts off, and we didn't make it up there on ES, so that's our SMT. And then from there we get a nice move down, break of structure on both indexes, and then we create a nice fair value gap on both. And then this little thing I've got on here is to mark our equilibrium, which is the 50%. So you go from the high to the low, from the high to the low, and the 50% line is equilibrium. So on NASDAQ, which you know by now is the main one I like to trade on, we came up into equilibrium, we just hit it, but we didn't get into this fair value gap, which I was a little bit iffy about because it's right there. I was thinking we should want to push into it for us to then move short. And then over on ES, we hit equilibrium and entered this fair value gap, which was looking better, but I don't like to trade on ES as much. Anyway, we'll go down to the 1 minute time frame and show you. Hold on one sec. What's happening here? Oh, there we are. I'll go to the 1 minute on both here. And also you can see on both indexes it took ages. It came down and then it consolidated for ages, just choppy as. This is just like shitty price action that I'm not interested in this at all because of how sideways it's moving on both. And then we got this on NASDAQ, we hit equilibrium, got a low for us to close below, but this massive red candle dumps so much, and if I was to enter here, it would have given me this pretty shitty risk to reward. I would have been targeting these hourly lows here, and then stops would have had to have been behind this fair value gap, which is a massive stop loss, like 440 tick stop loss, which is just ridiculous when it comes to my strategy. So I just wasn't interested in that at all. And then over here on ES, we got the tap into the fair value gap, and then we didn't get a break of structure, but we did get the inverse fair value gap of this fair value gap here. We inversed that on that candle, and I could have entered at the bottom of this candle, risking only 64 ticks on ES, which is around $400, which would have been better, and then targeting these lows. But I still, with the price action being so choppy and just consolidating here, I was a bit iffy about taking the trade. And then it played out, it would have played out in our favour. Take profit would have been hit on both indexes, but it would have been hit like 2:30 in the morning, which is a bit late really for my liking. However, we didn't take the trade, but once again it's a trade that I was telling my mates about and what we were looking for, and that exact thing played out. So once again, I'm happy about that. Take profits would have been hit just was a bit choppy and the execution wasn't there for me today. So follow, like and subscribe, follow the other socials, you know the drill. Stick around to learn more. Course and mentorship should be coming out soon.